Today, I'm going to give you a very simple training program that you can use to add over 50 pounds to your weighted push-up, pull-up, or dip, pretty much guaranteed. But before I break this down, if you're enjoying the content, please like the video, please subscribe, and feel free to leave a comment. This helps boost the channel and grow it a little bit more. So I really appreciate that. Now, first of all, why introduce weighted reps into your training? Okay, you could do unweighted calisthenics forever and get excellent results, but by adding some weights to the mix, it's a great way to change up the training stimulus. So that change in training stimulus is really good for growth. You're giving your body something new to adapt to. So it's an excellent stimulus for adding a little bit of additional growth. Also, you can build a lot of strength with these weighted movements, and this can carry over well into other pushing and pulling movements, even traditional weightlifting movements. So if you're a power lifter, or something like that, or you're into more traditional powerlifting and weightlifting movements, these weighted calisthenics are excellent accessory movements. Also too, if you're constantly doing high reps, having some lower rep days and some weighted repetitions in there, it provides a nice sort of mental break from some of the grind that's required for the high repetition work. So it's a nice change of pace. Now, when should you do these? They're not for beginners, okay? So if you're starting out, you don't need to worry about adding weight. And this is because adding weight to a push-up or a pull-up or a dip when you're starting out almost always results in worse technique. So if your technique is truly not mastered, you don't have it dialed in, adding weight to it just makes it degrade further. And I'm pretty convinced that your long-term results and success in training depend on your technique, both in terms of how much muscle you develop and how good a shape you get in, but also in terms of your ability to resist injury. So with that out of the way, let's talk about the actual program. You're gonna find the load that you can do for 10 reps, so your 10 rep max. And then you're gonna simply perform 3 sets of 6 repetitions with that twice per week. Now you can do this anywhere from 1 to 3 times per week. On average, I find 2 works really well for most people, and it fits in with most training splits. So after you find your 10 rep max, you're gonna perform 3 sets of 6 reps twice per week, and very, very easy. You're gonna add a repetition per set each week. So 3 sets of 6 on week 1, 3 sets of 7 on week 2, 3 sets of 8 on week 3, then 3 sets of 9, week 4, 3 sets of 10 on week 5. Once you hit 3 sets of 10, add 5 pounds to it, drop back down to 3 sets of 6, and repeat the process. Now, obviously, over the course of a year, by adding 5 pounds, you're gonna hit over 50-pound increase over the course of a year. Now, this is pretty huge. If you could, can you make faster progress just by linearly loading it? Yeah, but keep in mind that that's like a peaking strategy, and after every peak comes a valley. So this is something that took me a long time to figure out, but when you're constantly trying to make really, really rapid gains, like gains that are so rapid that you're kind of operating at the very end of your physiology, you almost always come crashing down. So if you take your time and sort of bake the strength into your physiology and go slow and make it sustainable, you end up with a lot better results long term. And if you're watching this channel, you're gonna be training for the rest of your life anyway, so committing 1 year to adding 50 pounds to your weighted chin-up, push-up, pull-up, or dip, that's nothing, right? It's a small investment over the course of your life. And keep in mind, if you had 50 pounds to your 10 rep max, that translates to greater than 50 pounds to your 1 rep max. So I think this is a really, really productive way to train. I use this and I easily hit 135-pound chin. I never truly maxed with it. I just hit my goal, and it was surprisingly easy to do. If you get stuck along the way, like say you stall, all you do is find your new 10 rep max, drop back down to 6 reps with it, and then work your way back up. And you can run this for as long as you want. Eventually, you'll get bored of it and you can go on and do something else, but there's no reason you couldn't run this forever. All right, so remember, always use perfect form and don't abandon your unweighted basics. They're still the foundation, and they're still what you want to be constantly improving upon, okay? All right, that's going to be it, and I'll see you next time.